So Remembrance Day for me is extremely painful time. And it's painful because it's one day a year that most Canadians will get, and people from all over the world will get to remember the ultimate sacrifices made by people. But because I got to live that, and because I got to see that firsthand, it's a very emotional time for me. I find it very difficult at times to go to ceremonies because the poppy is very clear to me. It's a symbolic reference to sacrifice and honor. And humbly speaking, it's a very difficult thing to ask for that praise from the public. Knowing that you've done your time, you've served your country well, and I went on to serve my community as well. And there's without a doubt, looking back at my history and having served in the military and gone on to university and then having served honorably with the Calgary Police Service, I can tell you, and I'm very comfortable telling you, that I was diagnosed with PTSD in 2016. The wheels fell off the bus because I was been well put together for many years of my life. I was high functioning and I knew that, but I was torn apart inside and in my head. And it was for the things that I saw both on the military side and also on the police side. I saw things that I hope people will never have to experience ever. The poppy is extremely important to me for my kids, that they understand that we will never forget the sacrifices made, not just by their own dad, but by people that have paved the way for this country. My girls they know I'm very passionate about it. They know it's a very difficult time for me. My wife does as well. Having been through what I've been through and experienced, having the support of my family behind me has been instrumental in the person I've become today. But Remembrance Day is, again, a solemn time that we all come together to remember, but I live that every day in my life.
Remembrance Day for me, and wearing the poppy, it's about reminding myself of the cost. The cost of lives, lives that are ended, the cost of what it costs the family. Service isn't free. Service has a very, very heavy price tag, and my family has paid that price. They've paid that price for a long time, especially before I got help with PTSD and all the rest of it. And there is that, knowing that when you see another veteran, or you see some of these glorious old dogs, these old guys that were right in there, you know it cost them. You know what it cost them. You know that they probably felt what you felt, or have probably dealt with, or are dealing with, or have struggled with what you're going through. So there is that bond there. And I find that especially in the Airborne Regiment, we would see each other at our absolute lowest. The training was extremely difficult. And you would see, character. You would get to see that person's character, what they were made of, what they were put together with, how they were held together. And that too is a reminder of what it takes to be able to serve like that. But it is, again, it's the cost, and it's the friends that I was never in Afghanistan. That wasn't my fight. But I have many friends who were. And all of it, the service changes you. Some of these friends didn't come back, guys I knew quite well. Some of them came back and they didn't have all their parts. A friend of mine had his legs blown off in a mine strike in Yugoslavia. So when you go and serve, remember this, guys, when you go and serve, when these men and women come back, they've left something there. It's cost them something. And that's really when you need that family support and the support of your friends and your comrades in arms to help you piece that back together. The remembrance is a huge part of this, and not just for the one day a year. If we fail to remember the sacrifices and the cost, then that sacrifice and cost will be lost, and we can't have that. And if I may, just another word on service. You don't need to join the military to serve. You don't need to join a police service. Service can be something as simple as you picking up a snow shovel and you shovel off your neighbor's driveway. Or you can be at service at home. Your service can start locally and very close to your life. You don't need to travel and do all these other things to serve.